I'm sure plenty of you have heard stories of anime that touched people on another level. Anime is so good that they completely changed the course of oneself and stuck with them for years to come. And then there are all these losers going on about their post-anime depression, acting as if they couldn't live without said show. For the longest time, I thought this was all just a load of bullshit. Stuff nerds went on about as a desperate grab for attention, or to act as if they were philosophers, deep diving into why this mediocre show is so fantastic. And then there's me, being the big fucking macho man that I am, who never thought I would ever fall that far from grace. Who would have thought that the show that would do me in would be a fucking harem? Yeah, that's right. The Quintessential Quintuplets, or 5-Toban no Hanayome, is my favourite anime of all time, and that is something that I don't think will ever change. At least not for a very long time. I'm not claiming that this show is fucking gospel or some critically acclaimed masterpiece. It definitely has its flaws, but these are all things that I can look past because of how goddamn special this series is to me. The Quintessential Quintuplets follows the story of 5, you wouldn't have guessed it, quintuplets, who are all incredibly stupid and the poor loser virgin who has been hired to tutor them. This series is very rich in character. Fuck it, I mean, all of these girls are top tier waifus. Now, just how did this series break me? Big man, just Cody. Well, you see, this was a couple years back when I was in a pretty shitty place. I was bored with the world, games got stale, I just absorbed content, yet I felt nothing from watching it. School was and still is a shithole. I was stressed out of my mind, and I had lost any motivation to do anything. The only thing that brought me any sense of accomplishment was working out, but after I'd finished my session, what was left? I was empty. And so, scouring shows to watch at fucking 3 in the morning, I came across nothing. Yeah, anime had gotten boring as well, but I kept on getting this same ad for some harem I overlooked that came out like 6 months prior. And I thought, fuck it, I need something to keep me occupied. So I loaded that shit up, and within the first 5 minutes of watching, I had the biggest fucking smile on my face. And that smile didn't dissipate for the rest of the night because by daybreak I had binged the entire show, which only had 1 season at the time. Then that smile quickly left my face, as the one thing that had brought me any semblance of joy was over, and I felt even more empty than I had before. I had rewatched the entire show the next night, and soon I had read and caught up to the manga, which was too coming to a close. I kid you not, after being caught up with the manga, which I had been pirating, I sat in a dark room like some edgy motherfucker, and listened to the Quintessential Quintuplets Season 1 opening, Go-Tobun no Kimochi, over and over and over again. This went on for like a week, and then I moved on with my life. I still stayed up to date with the manga, and still absolutely love the series to death, but it no longer ruled my life. A couple years had passed in which I had actually gotten bored of and stopped watching anime. But of course my best mate had fallen into the weeb rabbit hole and dragged me back. I knew that the show had a season 2 now, but I put off watching it for a while. But when I did take out the time to watch it, I loved it. Binge watching both seasons in just 2 days, I recaptured that feeling of ecstasy that it had brought me those many years ago. And even though I was living up life, mental state was peepo poggin, I was still down bad after watching it. Though this time it was a lot more manageable. So I thought it would be a fucking phenomenal idea to go ahead and buy the entire manga collection so that I could binge watch the anime, then binge read the manga, and see just how badly I can fuck with my mental stability. Oh, and can I also quickly rant about why I have 2 of Quintessential Quintuplets Volume 12? Yeah, so, fucking Amazon starts delivering my orders in small groups for fucking a month after they said they would arrive at the latest. Okay, so a couple of weeks have passed after that, and now I had all but 1. Volume 12. Then it was 2 months late, so I call up the people and they're like, if it hasn't arrived by this date, it's probably lost in transit. So that date rolls around and nothing. I wait another week before I reorder the book, and then the morning after I order it, the book fucking shows up. So I go to cancel the order, but they're like, sorry, but we're already too far into shipping to cancel. Get fucked. So now I have 2 of the same book, and it's the only one without a cute fucking anime girl on it. Oh, and spoilers may be ahead. So boys, I've done it. All of the readily available Quintessential Quintuplets content in 3 days' time. Like usual, this has been a roller coaster of emotions, and To show you fellas my experience, I recorded some audio logs. Alright, so I just finished season 1 of the Quintessential Quintuplets, and fuck me, mate, fuck me. This show hits different. It doesn't miss. It doesn't miss. Fuck. I am so happy. Yeah, no. I am just really fucking happy. This show is like fucking ecstasy. I don't really know what more there is to say. So, audio log 1. I fucking love this show more than anything. Alright, I guess this is audio log number 2. Finished season 2 now. It's 2:34 in the morning. Fuck! Let's go, baby! Fuck me. Alright, it is the end of day 2 of this Quintessential Quintuplets grind. I have made it up to volume 12 in the day. Fuck, I don't really have all my thoughts together. I am just so overjoyed. I fucking love these girls, and I don't know really what to say anymore. This has been I've been really happy doing this. It's been a really good time, and I feel really fulfilled. Yeah. Well, I've done it, yeah, so I just finished reading the last volume of the Quintessential Quintuplets manga. Fuck, I am so indescribably happy. God, fuck. Going through this series and experienced all these things that had made me so happy that time ago. It means so fucking much. I don't really have the words. I fucking love this thing, this show, this series. Yeah. Thank you for sticking with me if you did while I went through this. It means a whole fucking lot. Thank you. Alright, I think this is gonna be my final audio log, so it's been a bit since I finished the series. Really hasn't been that long, it's been like an hour, but I've just been listening through all the songs that they've made, and I haven't stopped smiling since. My eyes are very teary, and I know that's not the last time I'm gonna be listening to those songs. Probably have them on repeat for the next 2 months, but thank you. Fuck! The series had stated that the way to discern the quintuplets from one another was through love. With the passing of much time, you pick up their gestures, voices, little habits. That's what love is. Through watching these characters grow and yourself growing attached, I believe that we, the audience, got a taste of this form of love. We learned to understand each character, their motivations and the way they think, so that when they did something unexpected, we were always intrigued and ready to learn even more about them. I wanted to say that this time around, I wasn't hit as hard as I thought I would have been. Don't get me wrong, it still hit like a fucking truck. But I wasn't depressed, just so overjoyed to relive this experience. And I don't think it's a bad thing that I felt this way either. When I first watched the Quintessential Quintuplets, it was at a time I desperately needed it in my life. But the times have changed, I'm happy. Life is good. Any tears I shed, they were happy tears. With that being said, let's get this out of the way. I'm not some little bitch for tearing up. This is the only piece of media, that has ever brought me even close to shedding a tear. Clanad After Story, Anohana, Your Lie in April, get that shit out of here. Although, very good shows, very good shows. You want a grown-ass man to cry? You show him the Quintessential Quintuplets, let him get attached, and then strip it all away from him. As the series states that there is a definitive winner right off the bat, and having a cast as amazing and tightly knit as the Nakanos, it was obvious that a heated waifu war would break out. So let's go over the most important question: who is best girl? The answer is Nino, undoubtedly. Now, I'm not one of those losers who are gonna go throw a tantrum if you disagree. I love each and every one of these girls for their own different reasons, and I can see why different people may prefer the others, but any quintuplet fan has my respect. But I'm still going to go over the reasons as to why Nino is fucking superior in every which way. Number 1, she is so fucking adorable. Number 2, she's an amazing cook. Number 3, she just casually drugs Futaro on more than one occasion. Like, what a fucking beast. Number 4, she genuinely just loves her sisters so much. And 5, she is like the biggest fucking alpha mega chad and just says shit as it is. If you've seen the series, you know what I'm on about. Motorbike scene changed everything. And then the confession. The confession. Once Nino realized she was in love with Futaro, she pulled out all the stops. She was gonna make sure he knew how much she loved him. She was a runaway locomotive of love. Well, it looks like this is the end of the road for my Quintessential Quintuplets journey. At least for a bit. There's still the movie coming out this year, which I'll definitely watch. And the video game, which I can't play unless it gets translated to English. But until then, I'm satisfied with this ending. 5 years before the events of the series, Futaro met one of the quintuplets and made a promise. Both he and her held onto this memory for years. And so I too will hold onto the memory of this series for a long time to come. Now, if you actually decided to stick around till now, thank you. It means a whole lot. And also, I mean, you came this far, might as well do that subscribe thing. I actually read the last of the Quintessential Quintuplets manga on December 31st, New Year's Eve, and my New Year's resolution for 2022 was to keep going for this YouTube thing and see where it takes me. And it would mean the world if you would like to join me and help me on this journey. That sounds stupid, whatever. Anyway, see you cunts later.